Hi guys, I'm Tom.
And I'm
Thank you for joining us today. Today we'll be discussing core curriculum, community engagement, internships and placement opportunities.
So I study a Bachelor of Arts and a Bachelor of Law at ACU. A little bit about me. I'm a first-generation Indian Australian and the first in my family to go to university. I knew that I wanted to go to ACU and what I wanted to study, so I went straight to university after high school. ACU made the transition quite easy for me because the first week is just them aiding you settling into university life. I'm passionate about health and fitness, and I can pursue both those passions at ACU because they have many sporting clubs as well as a gym, so you can balance study with working out. And in my third year, I actually gained a scholarship for an international field project in America. So, why I chose ACU? There are actually a couple of reasons. The first reason is that the university is very student focused. You have a name and you aren't just a number, which means that all your tutors and lecturers know who you are. The university also has a high graduate employment rate, which is essential in today's day and age where things like law and paramedicine are overly saturated. They have a strong ethical focus on community work and self-improvement. The university also has a friendly and welcoming environment, and it provides real-world experiences due to its placements and internships, which we'll further elaborate on.
I'm Tom and I'm a third year Bachelor of Physiotherapy student. A little bit about me. I was born and raised in Sydney and I graduated from St Joseph's College in 2016. Grew up playing a lot of sport and now I love the gym and have a really strong passion for exercise and keeping fit. I actually deferred my degree and took a gap year. I lived and worked in the United Kingdom and had the opportunity to travel all over Europe, which I absolutely loved and I really strongly recommend. I always wanted to work in healthcare. I initially actually applied for a Bachelor of Paramedicine, but had a change of heart last minute and changed to physiotherapy. So why did I choose ACU? Like Preet, ACU is a small university with smaller class sizes. I have lecturers and tutors who actually know my name and really get to know me. The teachers of physio are still practicing physiotherapists and therefore are using the most current evidence-based practice, which is really, really important. Even though ACU is a young uni, we have a really highly regarded physiotherapy degree and we're actually the first in New South Wales. We have state-of-the-art facilities and the degree places a really high emphasis on clinical practice and your placements actually begin in first year, which is very unique. Personally, I use the school's relationship bonus scheme to get entry into physiotherapy, which is really important as it's such a competitive degree to get into. So some accolades for ACU. We're in the top 3 in Australia for graduate employment. We're in the top 2% of universities worldwide. And we actually have 5 stars for full-time employment, learner engagement, and skills development, according to the Good Universities Guide 2020. We're also first for graduate employer satisfaction. So ACU core curriculum. The core curriculum is made up of 3 units, including a community engagement unit where you'll gain hands-on experience helping those who need it most. Students may also elect to undertake 2 units in philosophy as an alternative to core units. One reason I loved the core curriculum is because I got the opportunity to learn, discuss, and actually debate with students from all other degrees, not just physiotherapy. What about you, Preet?
Well, I quite enjoyed it because it encourages the betterment of community, empathy, and compassion, and these are things that are often not associated with law students and legal practitioners. The core curriculum ensured that all law students conduct pro bono work, which is essentially just providing free legal services to those that need it. And you do this when you leave university as well, in firms and other legal organizations. So ACU gets you up and running and ensures that you're an empathetic and compassionate individual before you enter the career field.
So at ACU, the world is your campus, and you have the opportunity to study all over the globe with more than 200 partners on 6 different continents. Personally, with physiotherapy, I'll have the opportunity next year in my 4th year to do one of my block placements overseas in countries such as Denmark, Vietnam, and Vanuatu.
I actually did an internship in America, Tom, and it was a part of my arts degree. And in it, we actually went to a couple of innovation businesses and learnt about sustainability in the world. I know a friend of mine actually did an internship in the Philippines for teaching, and a couple of others have gone to countries like Vanuatu, as well as China. So, the opportunities are endless, and it doesn't matter what degree you study.
I chose to come to Vanuatu because I thought it's a really good block placement, it's interesting, it's something that no one else has ever done before, and looks really good on your resume.
In country, we've worked with apparent healthy adults, little kids in the community, as well as some in-hospital patients, and working with all these different types of people has allowed me to understand that my scope of practice can range from one scale to the next.
Just to gain confidence, I think I've gained so much confidence and learned a lot about our scope of practice, and just to develop all our skills that we've learnt back at home.
My highlight of the trip was staying with the home families, getting a real sense of community and happiness within their everyday life.
I would 100% recommend this experience to anyone, yes.
So ACU gets you job ready from day one. The best way to get ahead is hands-on with practical experience, and all our courses offer work placements, internships with leading companies, or volunteering opportunities. So with Bachelor of Physiotherapy, you'll actually have placement in each of your 4 years of your degree. So in first year, you'll have an observational placement at a hospital. Then in second year, you'll go out and do a minimum of 30 hours volunteer work at a sports club or a school. So I went out to my old school, St. Joseph's College, and worked with the rugby there. And it was an amazing experience. And I actually got to work with the Wallabies doctor, Dr. Nathan Gibbs. And from that, I actually gained a job there, which was awesome. In third year, you go out to schools and you teach year 5 and 6 students about appropriate back care and appropriate spinal care and how they can develop good habits to stay healthy. Then finally, in fourth year, that's the big year. You do 6 5-week blocks out in hospitals and private practices. And you also have the opportunity to go overseas and also practice rurally, which is really, really important. What about you, Preet?
Oh, thanks for asking, Tom. I actually did placement in court with a barrister. I was the litigation assistant, a part of the refugee law project, and my role was to provide free legal assistance to refugees and asylum seekers. I actually did another placement with North Sydney Local Council, where I got to observe the runnings of the council, look at their proposals, and how they conduct their voting, which was very interesting.
So what can you study at ACU? Well, as you can see, there's a really vast variety of degrees, from allied health to business, law, nursing, sports and exercise science, and teaching.
And you know what's wonderful about degrees? It's that they're so flexible, they're not rigid. You could study something like biomedicine with law, which is quite an advantage in a society where innovation and sustainability is a hot topic.
At ACU, we've got your back. So your well-being is our biggest priority, and we know that support of the caring community will help you achieve your best. Services at ACU include Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander student support, academic skills support, which I've personally used and found very, very useful, career development, disability and carer support, student advocacy, counselling, and campus ministry.
ACU is also very good with the assistance it provides during examination periods. They provide deferred exams and they provide assistance to students that face things like anxiety. So they try to ensure that every student meets their potential and that no one's left behind.
If you've got a question, we're here to help. So if you're figuring out how to enroll or just to find the place with the best food on campus, we're here to help you. Remember to register your interest, especially in the current situation, so you get constant updates on your degree. And also give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, and we also have a Snapchat and a YouTube. Thank you very much for listening, guys, and I hope you found it useful.
Thanks, guys, and we'll see you at ACU.